Prom room, what is up? Yes, I like this. Congratulations on the marriage. What a way to celebrate, am I right? It's like, in like 30 years, they're gonna be like, when did you get married? He's like, oh, I remember the ass eating. He was talking about the LGBTQ. Is that day? That's cool though. That's cool that you guys are married. Wow, I'm dressed like I'm chaperoning this event. Don't I look like they do in the back of the bus, just making sure they're not? Man, this is fun though. I've had a good day. I don't live here in Plaza Midwood. I live in a Concord area. Any other Concord people? Yeah, ain't nobody ever cheer for that. I live near the TPPs, the trailer park people. That's what I know. That's why I wear tan. It's the color of their teeth when they smile. There's a lot of redneck people up there. No, I was walking my dog today. My dog, so I got a Pomeranian, right? And he's got alopecia. I've got a G.I. Jane dog. That's what But it's like, okay, I don't know how to describe, like, he looks like, you ever picked up a dandelion and blown it and only half of it comes off? That's how the dog looks. I know it's getting bad too. It's getting so bad because when I walk him, people go, oh my God, is that? And I go, yes. This is Trump's toupee that I'm walking right now. You gotta salute the dog and shit. No, Charlotte's a wild place though. Driving from Concord is a wild thing too. I see all types of shit when I'm driving. I got on the highway, I saw a hearse broke down on the side of the road. I was like, God damn, the car died too? That's crazy. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? Could you imagine being at that funeral and you're just like, where's the body? He's like, he had to make a stop actually on the way. I was just hoping it wasn't black dude in the car. It's like, brother late to his own funeral. He died on CPT. That's wild. I felt bad for him too. I didn't know what to say. But no, man, it has been cool being here. I like how it's a little mixed, this room. I like it. All the white people are here for some reason. They're like, this is as far as we'll go. We're gonna sit right here. It's all good though. This is cool. I like this. The other night I did a show. I like comedy because it's diverse, the audiences you get, you know, because the other night I did a show and the room, it was a fully black room, but everybody was over 60. Felt like doing a show for a room full of my parents. Two people who have never found me funny. I was bombing, man. But it's like, that makes sense though, because my parents are like two 60-something-year-old Africans who left like a very, very like corrupt, like African country. And they came here in the 90s, they saw war. Then I grew up in Florida watching SpongeBob. What am I gonna say to make them laugh? What am I, Krusty Krab, like that? They don't think that shit's funny at all. I mean, what's how you doing? They did not laugh at all when I did that shit. Man, I don't know, man. My parents are some interesting people. It is funny having a joke bomb in front of your parents, though, because that's the first time you get to see them realize, oh, I just raised some guy. I don't know. It's like, that's our son, but he's a bad hang, right? It's like, man, I did make my parents laugh one time, though. Because, so, cool fact about me, I was born in Africa, right? I was born there, and I came here when I was 3 years old, and then immediately they put me into a private school. That's where I got this voice from. And then, I'll get into that later. And then, but one day I came home from school, it was second grade, right? And I was real serious. I get home, and then I drop my backpack on the floor. And then I look at my dad, and I go, I know what I want to be when I grow up. And then my dad was like, what do you want to be? And then I said, I'm going to be the President of the United States. That was the hardest my dad has ever laughed. Tears were coming out of his eyes. He farted a little. That's how hard he was laughing. He turned to my mom. He said, come in here, listen to his dream. This is funny. Like, they laughed together as a couple. They bonded over my dream. And then they finished laughing, and then I was like, why is that funny? And then my dad gets down to my level. He kneels down and he goes, son, there will never be an African-born American president. And then I was like, why? And then he goes, I don't know. Then he walked out of the room. Then I grew up and I just learned that's just the rule. Just say that. Why do you turn to Mufasa? Look over the fucking pride. I don't know, son. It's like, yeah, you do. Just tell me the rule. Being all philosophical and shit. I don't know, man. No, we left, obviously, Daniel said earlier, like, standard immigrant story, you know, is like, we left for a better opportunity. And main point was, my mom back in Africa, she was a social worker, right? And the country was very corrupt. Okay, who's calling? He said, my bad. Was it the cameraman's phone? That's fun. But no, she was a social worker back in Africa, and she saw a lot of the atrocities that the country was committing on its own people, right? And she got fed up, and one day she was like, fuck this. This country kills and it lies to its own people. We're going to a place they don't do that. We're going to America. And then we landed in America, and immediately we saw black people here going, man, fuck this! America's been killing and lying to black people ever since we got here. We going back to Africa. And my parents said, oh, fuck. It was a one-way ticket. We just stayed there, you know? That's how we ended up in the States. It is pretty fun. So the government was real corrupt back in Africa. Like, the past few presidents in Togo, they got the positions because of a coup. If you don't know what a coup d'etat is, it's basically when the people overthrow the government. It's like the worst surprise party for the president ever, right? Because instead of like, surprise, they go, surprise, and then they hold the gun at the guy. It's like MTV Punk'd with Ashton Kutcher. That's how they get the president, you know? And that'd be funny if it was filmed like that. It's like, hey guys, my name is Ashton Kutcher. This is MTV Punk. That guy, that's the president of Togo, West Africa. He doesn't know there's a pipe bomb under his car right now. He lies to his people and he kills them, so he's whack. Because that's how they talk in the early 2000s for some reason. And then he'd be like, coming up next, Shaquille O'Neal's wife's got a big surprise for him. Like, that'd just be some MTV shit, you know? That'd be fun to watch. But no, I did go to private school growing up. I'm not proud of it. I had no choice. They just put me in there, you know? I went to a Catholic school growing up. My voice sounds like this because I was the only black kid in the class for a lot of the time, you know? Like, kids would make fun of me too, because they saw my name on the paper. And they're like, holy shit, this is the kid from the commercials. And I was like, what commercial? Because we didn't have cable. I was like, what commercial are you guys in there? Like, for only $1 a day, you too can help a starving young boy. And that's fucked up, because my parents' names are Catherine and Richard. I'm not even, that's their actual names, you know? It's like, and it's crazy because like the teacher, first day of school, she got my name and she was like, how do I read this? And it was kindergarten. I was like, bitch, it's your job to teach me how to read. You sound it out. It's crazy, man. It is. It's a crazy name. The whole name, it's Loic Adjevi Nicolopi. It's a lot. Okay, ease up. Somebody said, damn. It is like, that's a nice, I like it because it has a lot of heritage in it, you know? But it's like, first day of school, same shit every single year. Teacher would grab the clipboard, she'd pull it out, she'd be like, all right, class, we're gonna call some names out, forgive me if I get any wrong. Jesus Christ. Oh, there he is, okay. I'm in the back of the class like, fucking present, lady, all right? The kid behind me is like, it's like, okay. Don't need all of that. But no, man, it was weird going to school like that. Because then I grew up, and then it's like, I'm out in the world now, right? And then I see other black people, and they see my face, and they're like, ooh, one of us. And then I talk, and then they're like, wait a minute. It's like a jump scare sometimes, you know? And I hate that. It's like I handed them a Nike shoebox, and there was Crocs inside. That's how people react, you know? I didn't think it was that bad of an issue until I was at a party in undergrad. It was mostly whites there. And I was talking to one friend, and then another black dude walked into the room, right? And we locked eyes. It was like a movie. And then he came to me through the sea of whites. And then he gets to me, daps me up, leans in. He goes, hey, brother, good to see you around. Not a lot of us around. And then I go, absolutely. I did the finger thing, I did that. And he gasped, like he looked, like I don't know how Caesar looked when he got betrayed, but like, this guy's, he didn't say anything, but his face was like, "Et tu, Negro?" Like it was, felt bad, man. I don't know. But no, it has been interesting though. I've been Googling a lot. I don't like Googling. I don't like Googling because it feels like the more I Google, the less it meant that I went to school in the first place. Right? It's like I should be referencing that shit as an adult. Like I shouldn't be having to Google like tax season should come around and I should have like That's So Raven flashbacks to like class, you know? But it doesn't work like that. I've been Googling a lot of stuff about Black history. That's what I've been doing. I've been trying to do a deep dive because, surprise, surprise, Florida education system was not great at teaching that. But they did teach me about dinosaurs. Like I needed that. It's like I learned about equality, not about equality, but about dinosaurs. Like, dude, here's how much they didn't teach about civil rights. Every picture I've seen of dinosaurs, it's in color. Every picture I've seen of Malcolm X, it's in black and white. And it's grainy for some reason. Like you have to squint like you're Malcolm and your glasses just fell off. It's like, dude, what? I don't know, man. It's like a weird thing. It's like, if that's the case, just teach them together. Be like, here's the MLKosaurus. Here's the Malcolm Rex. And then do the I Have a Dream speech. It was like he wanted herbivores and carnivores to drink from the same watering hole. Even though he was messing around with too many carnivores. Too many big booty carnivores on the side. He was, I don't know, man. I feel like people don't really know how strained the relationship between like African Americans here in America are with the country itself, you know? Sometimes you just gotta learn about it and just sit with it, you know? Like I realized this the other day. Like after slavery, right? The slaves are freed, but they didn't get reparations. So these guys still had to get jobs. What? They had to sit in an interview. You know, they had to be like, I'm 27 years old, 26 years of experience. You know, it's like, dude, that's... All right. Learn your history, folks. Have a nice evening. My name is Loic Adjevi.